Always a great intro to have an umbrella intro. It's unbeatable. You know, the rain shoes under the umbrella, dancing in the rain. I really wanted the rain to be louder. Right now there's a lot of sirens. There's been a lot of sirens today, and my fear and anxiety is like a level 17. That's when we would get a little elevated, we would call the levels that were hard to deal with level 17. It's kind of about as far as you can push in. You know, if you get much past the 17 level, you're going to be really a hurtin' McGurtin. You're going to be a hurtin' McGurtin. Man alive, 85! Can you believe that? Love this umbrella. Might even just keep it like kind of in frame if I can. Let's see what we got. Let's see what sort of physics. Yeah, got a little bit of physics going on down there. Down under, governor. So I'm on a little porch bench. I'm actually outside. It kind of looks like I'm inside because that's our window with the stained glass. It's kind of a cool illusion, actually. I brought this Buddha bell for a fun reason. I'll let you in on it. I'll let you in on the secret. This coat is really squeaky, so even though it takes my bravery, I feel like the outfit wants to be more this way. Anyway, look at this groovy. Poo! Ta-doo, 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 ta-doo. Sometimes you gotta shake your butt when you feel like everything is feeling too much and falling apart. Falling apartsville in your heartsville and everything's spilling crazy. Had to wear this shirt tonight. Changed about 6 times, felt like nothing. Everything felt like nothing. Nothing felt like anything. It just wasn't, every fabric was scratching and chafing and everything felt fake. And so this was the thing. So much like Colorado. Wow, the cars look spooky coming into the fog of my neighborhood. Oh, really does feel, wow, it's very creepy movie-like. I can't pretend it's not. But yeah, a lot of Colorado heartbreak, heartache, sorrow, pride, love, fear, whatever, just thoughts. So this was my Fort Collins hammer time. My Fort Collins friend started this thing far before this trend was like a thing, or anything was a hashtag, because fuck that. And we were just real people being real people. They started the Hammer Time Collective, and they would teach people to fix their own bikes, make their own meals, make their own clothes, discover their sexuality, read a book about something crazy, erase the brainwashing of their parents, make a pillow, make art, have naked soapbox derby races, whatever. Borrow tools, be people, use their resources. We're all struggling, but that's okay. And so I love this shirt. It just does it for me in every way. I just want to touch my boobs when I'm in it because I'm so comforted. That's a thing it's kind of a tick of mine, actually, is nipple touching at inappropriate times. Okay, now this homie's driving real slow. This is creepy. They have no lights on. It's really creepy. I'm creeped out. Okay, so these things keep happening to me while I'm on the phone with y'all. It's really distinctly bizarre. This car came in, came all slow, did some weird shit, then turned their lights off, and turned around real creepily. So who doesn't love that? Who doesn't love that feeling when they're trying to create just a tiny bit of zen? They're getting stuck by their umbrella because that only makes sense too. Goodness sakes, I'm telling you. Alright, well, just like the last video where that weird ass sent by the government aliens town car came in with a sticker on the bottom that only said warning and pulled in backwards very slowly while I was sitting by the entrance of my neighborhood. If those people come back, I'm just going to turn the video off and run. But hey, here's back to that cool outfit and these cool boots and being in your truth and just trying as hard as you can to be stupid proof and mean proof and hater proof and see you later proof. Just forget them. We don't need these crazy hurtful people in our psyches. I guarantee we don't need it. So I decided to come out here because Governor Polis told us to come out at 8 o'clock every night and do 10 deep breaths, 10 seconds of silence for at least the next 10 days. And, you know, in some ways I feel emotionally chafed by that. Like, don't tell me how to feel about the things I'm feeling or when to feel it. Or I don't know, I feel like that like I want to push on it. But then I kind of was like, no, that's very reverent and beautiful. It's just that mentality of like, when are things going to change? And I saw a billboard from back in 2007 or something that was like two guns facing each other, and one said thoughts and one said prayers. And I just thought that really kind of nailed it. It's like, yes, absolutely, I love reverence and heart digging, and we have to hope somehow, but we also have to enact motion to combat this heinous commotion called hate. So it's complicated. I'm not sure how we do this, how we get the gate to open, but it's got to. We've got to, right? Don't you think? So I don't know, this just seemed kind of peaceful, and I did my thing at 8. It's past 8 now, but when I came out front here, I really did. I heard the rain, I heard the snow melting, and I felt my neighbors, though they don't often talk to me or like be neighborly, way before COVID, you know, but I felt them. I felt them as people, and the people beyond, and the people in the neighborhoods beyond that, and out, expanding into everything I dream about before I actually start dreaming. You know, I'm always feeling everybody and wanting everybody to feel me and for us to do it together, but it's hard and scary. You know, and I really do believe this poem is my anger, and I have to put it somewhere, guys. I have enough physical pain in my body daily with endometriosis and goodness knows what else, and I have to put the pain and the anger somewhere. So that's where the poetry comes in, and people kind of take it literally, and I get some comments that are like, are you okay? Like, we're here for you. And it's like, I'm coping. I would tell you if I wasn't coping, but you have to put the anger somewhere, otherwise it just sits like a greasy, like Gotham City green bile on top of your liver and poisons you slowly. So that's why I write poetry, but it is a little harsh and a little hardcore and a little upset. But I do carry around a lot of hope with me, and I do think that if the whole planet could just believe the same thing for one moment, then we could own it, and we could have this in the bag, like prime time, baby, like go time, new beginning, team people. Like, I really do think that, but it's hard to get anybody even close to that. Like, if we could just feel and think and hope for the same thing for a whisper of a moment, planetarily speaking, I know we could just like do it and just like, yay, we did it. But we oppress each other and wage wars based on your position in life and the money you have in your pocket and the color of your skin and the God you pray to, and it's ridiculous. It doesn't need to go down anymore. I'm just not sure how it continues this way. This caged, rageful, wrathful, my God versus your God. And so that's what some of this is. But I was wanting to be reverent. I'm trying to kind of make it quick because it's pretty cold out here. There's snow all around me. I just wanted the dripping. I hope you can hear some of the dripping. It's just so whoosh, whoosh, whoosh everywhere. sounds and feels really good. And there's a jet overhead too, and that kind of seals it. But I wanted to be reverent, so I brought this Buddha belt. I was thinking about, I actually, as I was trying to put on clothes that all felt wrong, I was like, maybe I should take the curses out of this one because I'm trying to be kind of reverent. And then I looked at it and was like, that's actually impossible. It's just not gonna happen. I feel like I want you to be a little bit closer to me. Is that okay? Are we closer to each other now? Cool, I like this. It still looks like we're inside watching TV. We're outside. But I brought this to ring every time I curse because there was no taking the curse words out of this, I tell you folks. Ooh. Keep poking myself. Excuse me, madam. Can I do that though? Yeah, I can do it. I'll just have to like drop the pages to the ground each time. Okay, so can I see my own writing? Kind of. There we go. Alright. Maybe I should hold them off like this. There we go. That's kind of good looking. So, day 85. Again, this often happens. I wrote the first few lines several years ago, actually, and very weird because it talks about trees missing limbs, and there are honestly probably tens of thousands of downed tree limbs all over this town from this crazy storm we had. I mean, giant ass trees split in half down the middle from snow. It's wild. So, yes, it's weird that I wrote this first few lines like 3 years ago, and then the next part I wrote kind of beginning of pandemic, and then I added more to it today. So it's an evolving feeling, and I will give it to you now, and then I will go inside and eat some chicken pot pie, because it's a see your breath night, so you need a little chicken pot pie. Okay, so today's poem, day 85, is called Nincompoop. I know, great word, right? Nincompoop. This week, it's like every tree lost a limb. Lately, it's like every fucking thing's about him. I need some new gospel hymns 'cause the old ones ain't working, and 12-year-olds are out here twerking in little videos so businessmen can grab another cash handful, and I can't just fucking stand still while my mother gets older and our hard work is wasted while some already rich asshole gets to taste it, and I wait around fading out and in, original sin, and we're all throwing little pebbles, glass houses, the glasses beveled, idiots reveled in the street celebrating their own tragic defeat like nincompoops, like doormats, like whoops, easy math. They all went splat against a flat surface called a tragic lack of purpose. I can't even fucking look. Someone obscure this view. Boy, do I need another amped up son of a bitch. Who? What the fuck even is this? The information doesn't wash over. It smothers us until we're squashed butter, human utterances of half-felt lies. No surprise there, kid. No jaw drop at this vile plot. Even with mouths all covered, they won't let you look in their eyes, 'cause you'll get too comfortable with the shit they can't hide, and you might even try to empathize, and people simply can't handle that. They'd rather you spat in their face than try to greet them with some actual love or actual grace. You get raw, and folks just look away. You could be black or gay or alien or whatever, and you still probably won't see what I'm trying to weather with you. Not separate, like these disparate competing social accounts. I'm trying to be active and vocal and find a useful focal point with you. So maybe that some of us can amount to something new. I'm trying to get you to look at me. What's with all this deflation? Can't you just show me with your eyes a tiny grin? I'm trying to get you to look into me, but we just skim on awkward established cues. Oh, I pray and wish to be shown what to do. And even if you're woke as fuck, you probably couldn't meet my needs. I got longing like rooted trees, forming a freeway thick and twisting enough to rough you up good. Salt, bone, water, and wood. We're all elemental experimentations, pretending self-obsession isn't a thing. So we go on singing the songs the influencers sing, and every single clicked heart doesn't mean a fucking thing. Is there a ringing in your ears you cannot get rid of? Yeah, I think it's a subliminal message. Get your bids in before the going going gets rough, kids. I cast my gaze above and wonder, are we really made of star stuff? Or is it cyborg DNA? I know that my opinion isn't the same today as it was a year ago. Can't even get a few groceries without my heavy fear in tow. We all ignore the wolves trying to blow our houses down. We're getting yanked around by choke collars, distracted by the elite and our monster TVs and all the gods we've made of celebrities and ballers. We're all inundated by robocallers, so now we don't even answer for our friends. And every day I look around at the mounting trash and wonder, could this be the end? If there was a God and they got close enough, would we even look up from our phones to hear the messages they've been sending us? You'll notice I didn't call them he, because I got some major beef with us assigning genitalia to our apparently constant war-igniting deities. Do you seriously envision them standing on some mountaintop looking a lot like you or me with a holy decree that we should all destroy each other ruthlessly in their name? And in the quest for champion God's superiority, that's sure what I see in this never-ending contest of whose God is packing more heat. It's like half the world views unity as defeat. It's like wage war, rinse, repeat. How I hunger to greet the new world we keep promising and teasing, but instead, it's like the travesties happen too quickly to allow any time for grieving. Like an unseen fury is seething mad and trapped inside too many for the force to hide. Like no one can just set their own anger aside to make this crazy ride a little more smooth. May sound crude, but I think the scary thing about human progress is it's in the hands of humans. They may be able to make it to the moon, but make room for one another as the only way to fend off impending doom? I wouldn't go holding your breath too soon, 'cause it takes the worst case scenario to get people whistling any new tune, and by then it's too late. We think we can defeat hate with more hate? Well, I guess that's one way of tempting fate. Wonder what it'll take for us to venerate our one and only home planet. We collectively generate so little meaningful change, I can hardly stand it. Are we really just gonna sit here with the same unimpressive Netflix queue and wait for someone else to glue these billion broken pieces back together? Keep watching targeted ads? Keep talking about fashion fads? And the fucking weather? I can't remember the last time I felt true momentum. They got me hooked needing physical therapy for my fucking thumbs, and I don't even think I'm that far gone into their seductive doldrums. But I feel their terrible pull. I can see so many with that wool so tight over their eyes. Not like it surprises me the vast majority is choosing to pull that whole hear no, see no monkey routine. They sure as hell still speak the evil with their mean-ass comments and tweets. When does this bunch of slightly evolved apes choose the path of some relief? It's just like, it's just like instant Buddha bell karma that sometimes, my dad taught me, like, sometimes fuck is just the only word for things, and sometimes a curse word is just the only way to get it out there. And you gotta just own it and know. And I've talked about this before. I think my mom's theory and my dad's theory, they're both right. You're not gonna go around sounding like the most professional person if you're dropping F after F-bomb to the bombity bomb fuck. You're not gonna go convincing them that you are just really to be listened to and respected. And I get that. But also sometimes, and I also mentioned in one of my videos, if you saw it, that there was a huge study about how people who curse a lot are actually more intelligent and deep thinking. Hey-oh. And that makes sense, because we're just kept the fuck up all night by our thoughts. So, I just felt like it's a good cleansing thing to acknowledge, like, hey, I'm trying to be reverent and all, and I'm trying to also have a ball, but all that is real hard with all this shit in the way. So that's enough for today. It's very, very cold out here, but hooray! jump and jive. 85, that's really cool. That's really fly. Gotta do like awkward positions to be seen in this one. It's okay. I had a really fun time with you guys, and I hope you had a fun time with me. And I'm glad that creepy car didn't come back. That scared me pretty bad. But we'll just keep it going here, you know, and keep letting our garden grow, and keep letting each other know that we're people together. Shoot, that's what we got to do. Got to prove it to ourselves too, that we're still human. I think this poor solar-powered butterfly may have died. I wonder if we can get him to come back. Say a little clap clap like Tinkerbell. Believe in the butterfly. Believe in Tinkerbell. Believe in it. So yeah, ring your bells, do your cleansing. Spirits listen. People listen too. When you say kind words to them, they really listen nowadays. Because I don't think people are getting a lot of them. We need to make a national holiday for our grocery store workers also. I've been thinking about that all day. Like, I'm serious. Let's get that going. You know, I talk a lot of crap about the internet and the hashtags, but let's make one. Let's make a new holiday. These people are so unsung and so uncelebrated, and we need to get on this. I just keep thinking about it. Like, I wish I wasn't still pretty afraid to hug people, because I just want to go and hug anyone who's dealing with that energy and having to face that fear, because I had to go to the grocery store for a pie crust, and they were closed early, and I was so relieved. I was so glad they were closed, and I couldn't get my pie crust because I was so scared. And that's not okay to have to feel that anytime or every day, or at your workplace while you're just trying to be a human being. Providing food for people, like, come on. So let's make that a holiday immediately. Someone help me. Make comments. Let's talk to each other. Let's do this. Work together. Share tools. Be that. Reach for each other. Even if you can't hug for longer than 10 seconds, let's reach each other. Okay. Yeah. Have beautiful dreams. Happy day 85. And I'll give you another fix on day 86. Put love out. It matters.